Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, I wanted to introduce you guys to a couple of very important people to me. This is Josh over here and Simon, aka Simone, over here. Both of these guys are actually students of mine that have taken my boot camp many years ago and have recently come and started working for our company at Bulls on Wall Street. Both of them have some very specific and special talents besides trading, and over the years I've gotten to see them develop, and so I've been really excited to bring them aboard on the team as I've gotten to watch both of these guys grow since they were basically teenagers. Josh started taking our class when he was maybe 18 years old. He's about to finish college. And Simon also started a few years ago, and he's also been in my mentorship group, spent a couple weeks at my house, stayed on my floor when I was staying in Spain, so I've got a chance to really get to know them. But I wanted to introduce you guys and also give you kind of some words of advice on really how to get in with your mentor, like how to really use your mentor, right? To get the most out of them. See, a lot of you guys, you pay for classes or you buy classes, books, and you go through the program, but do you really maximize it to the best that you can? What both of these guys did that was a lot different than what a lot of people do that come through my programs is, you know, as they were taking class, they always stayed in contact with me. They were always asking me questions, so on and so forth. But what both of them did that was really interesting was, no matter where I went, they'd always ask, like, hey, could I come and hang out? Or, hey, if I was working on a project, they'd be like, oh, could I help with that? And they would always stay in contact with me about their trading, but like the different things that I was interested in or my travel. For some reason, anywhere I went and turned my head, fucking Simon would be there, right? And so what ends up happening over time is you build a relationship with your student, but also your student starts taking tidbits from you that they might not get in class, right? In terms of how I work or my routine or how I'm living my life, but they just get all that face time to ask questions. And I thought that was really interesting because I very rarely hire people. I mean, we do it every blue moon. You know, I like to keep things in the family, and you know, both of these guys somehow, I don't even know what happened. They just kind of snuck in, and the next thing you know, we're here in Mexico, and they've been with me the last couple weeks, and they work for me. So I wanted to just introduce you guys. Simon, why don't you let us know, like, when did you start boot camp? Like, how did you, just give us your story a little bit on how this even came to be. Like, why are we sitting next to each other?
Well, it all started with, I had a dream for like 5-6 years ago. I want to be a helicopter pilot and buy my own helicopter when I'm 30. So I started looking into stocks, and after studying it for a while, I didn't know what to do. So I actually went to a conference in Orlando, and that's when I met Kunal in a stairwell.
Yeah!
And first I was like, who's this dude with all this commercial stuff on him?
Yeah.
But then I saw him on the stage and I liked what he did, so I just hang out with him later that night and took his boot camp, and I wanted more one-on-one sessions. So I heard about this mentorship class where you get access to Kunal like 24/7 pretty much, and you can annoy him with everything you want. And then I just started popping up on his vacations too. And first I went to Destin to visit him, and yeah, and then it's just been going along since then.
So in the last 6 months, this is actually our third time hanging out. He came and stayed at my house in Destin for a couple weeks. Then I went to Spain. He stayed with me for a couple weeks, hung out with me and my sisters, and then here he is in Mexico, just keeps popping his head around. But the awesome part is, during that time, you know, it's not just him that gets to ask me questions and him trying to figure out like what I'm doing and how I'm working or how I'm making money, right? I'm getting a chance to see him work, right? How does he live his life? What does he do? What his work ethic is? What are his talents outside of trading, right? And so I've now, over the last, so many times getting to see him, I noticed that Simon really was good with making videos. You know, he was always sitting there like, hello, I'm Simon, and I make these videos. And all of a sudden, like, I'm like, man, this guy makes some really funny videos. Like, could you make me a video like that? You know, so Simon started doing some editing, and you know, next thing you know, it was like, shit, we found our video guy, you know, and that was actually just a cool way to go about it. And Josh over here, and Josh started taking our class when he was just a teenager, and he was always like, we always kept in touch. Like, he'd be in college, so he'd disappear for a couple months, then he'd come back and be like, Kunal, I'm really getting started back in the stocks, man. I got a break in my schedule. What's this? What's this? And he always was pitching me ideas. And then one day he volunteered to be our intern. And I hate interns. Like, I never like hiring interns because they're always so flaky and they always got school and blah, blah, blah. But he's like, come on, I got these ideas. So he pitched me some ideas. I said, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. And that's how he got me, right? He pitched me an idea on how I can make some money, and I'm like, all right, let's do that. You're in charge of it. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, man, get it done, man, but try not to bother me too much. Just let me know what you need in terms of support, and let's get this thing going. And, you know, next thing you know, he did well as an intern, and so now he snookered his way onto our payroll somehow. So, Josh, give me a rundown. When you start taking boot camp?
Sure. So I was in boot camp 19, so I think that was 4.5 years ago, maybe. So yeah, I was 18 years old at the time, just graduated high school, and I guess the whole thing I came around with it was I was in this stock trading simulation class for finance at my high school. I was like always intrigued by the stuff, but I never knew how to really work around the markets. So I started doing some research on YouTube, websites, all that kind of stuff, and I actually came across Kunal's channel. And the thing that really blew me away and drew me into him was that I saw this guy with this huge following, like, you know, obviously he's made it somewhere, but yet he was still giving out his private email, his private phone number, and I was like, man, is this guy either like a scam or what? But like, no, it was one thing that was really nice is because he was really personable. I mean, he's humble with it to the very end of it. So that's where I started talking to him. He introduced me to the stock market, got into his boot camp, and then yeah, like I said, I was kind of in and out with it with the college and, you know, busy schedule. But in between all of that, I was also doing digital marketing, so with businesses, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. But I came with some ideas. Pitched it to Kunal, kind of said, you know, maybe we could work something out here, and you know, this is where we are now. So
yeah, so guys, kind of moral of the story on something like this, no matter who you're talking to, is, you know, yeah, these guys trade, so both of them are trading right now, and they trade, right, but they're good at other stuff, just like how I am. But like, you know, if you want to get a job with somebody or work with somebody, you know, one of the messages I always get, like on Instagram, something is like, can I work for you? Can I work for you? And it's like, yeah, okay, but what does that even mean, right? One of the things I've noticed with everybody we've hired over the years is, you know, they've always had an idea, something like they can offer, right? And I don't know what anybody can offer, right? Everybody says they're hardworking, everybody says they're honest, right? It's like your dating profile. I'm fun and adventurous and I love to travel, right? Doesn't everybody say that? I love to travel. Right? That usually means you're never traveled in your life. So these guys have pitched me ideas, right? They had their own ideas of how we do things that could help Bulls on Wall Street or help my brand, and I thought that was really, really cool. So just a little bit of, you know, kind of word of advice on that. That's a great way to get a job, right? You know, offer somebody something and say you'll do it for free. And then at that point, you know what? If you do a good job, you'll probably get, you know, hired. So, guys, why don't you give me a rundown? What was something different about me or Bulls on Wall Street that you didn't expect when you met me and saw how we all work? Besides the partying.
I think the biggest thing was just, like you said, the transparency. Like, I mean, here you guys have this hedge fund, you have the stock side, the crypto side, and yet, I mean, you're willing to put yourself and your face in front of your brand, you know, every single day. Like, you're putting your trades out. You have these live webinars. I mean, a lot of other guys are just having like the courses, the paperbacks, all that kind of stuff. But
what about something weird? Like, did you find anything that was weird or different that just kind of, you're like, I didn't expect that about these guys?
I mean, your personality was kind of out there. I mean, it's either like you're on an adrenaline rush every single time or what, but I could tell the guy was passionate about it. I mean, that was the biggest thing. Like, yeah,
I'm either sleeping or I'm really excited.
Yeah. No in between.
Like, if we go out, I'm going out and then I'm out. And if I don't go out casually.
No, that's true.
It's all in or nothing on everything.
What about you? So what was something different about our group or, you know, our company that, you know, was different than what you thought it would be?
I mean, everyone is so familiar. Like, once you become like a student, you become like a family member. And I've never seen that before. Like, when you are in a company and they treat you like your son, pretty much. Kunal is my second dad, my brown.
Whoa, that just makes me feel a little old.
Yeah, but.
And what about the rest of this team? Did you ever expect to meet two knuckleheads like Omar or Tim?
No, they're the coolest guys. I mean, they're.
It's a good team.
Yeah, 100%.
We have an awesome team. My buddy Omar, he's the cynical one. And then Tim over here, he's the special one is what we'd probably say. And we're just saying that it's like an inside joke. We just had this kick-ass party and we started to see all sorts of weird things go on in the group in the party last night.
So I got a last minute call to go here to Mexico and meet up with the team from Wolves of Wall Street. And first of all, I thought this was like gonna be like a calm trip, going to the beach, stay at the villa, train a little bit, work a little bit, take a little bit of like vacation work. But first of all, it didn't go like that. I came here, took me like 1 day extra because I missed my flight and everything. And then the driver didn't find a way to here, so it took like 1 or 2 hours extra to get here. And then when I came here, it was fine. I pretty much just went out the door again. We hit the Mayan ruins, walked around a little bit, and then I mean, that was the calm first day. And then I mean, everything happened after that. Me and Josh, we dropped him off at the bank to get like money, and because no ATM over here works pretty much. We dropped him off, and the car was, there were no gas in the car, so we were like, yeah, we're just gonna fill up the car with some gas. So we drove around the corner pretty much, and we got pulled over by the cops with machine guns and everything, and we got searched the car. I didn't have all the driver license that I needed to, but it seemed kinda okay. Josh tried to bribe the cops with money, and
it was literally, I felt like a scene off Narcos. Like we were going through this empty village, there was like huts and shit, and then all of a sudden we turn to make a right turn. It's like a check stop, a guy's getting pulled over for drugs. There's like 30 guys with machine guns, and then we're like, just wave us over, and we're like, oh shit, like we're screwed. So then, anyways, yeah, we get the whole thing searched. We're trying to frantically look for the license and stuff, and then I was like, yo, you need some money or stuff, and luckily they're good guys, but that was kind of sketchy. And then I don't know if you want to talk about the party, that was another story.
Yeah, we threw a party in this house. All these chicks came, and
What? Cheeks?
chicks,
What's that?
girls.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Maybe that's like a Swedish term, made up English word.
Sorry, man, I didn't know what cheeks were.
So the party started going, it was calm and nice. We hang out to the beach, the rooftop, it was fun. And then, I don't know if it was the alcohol kicking in or like everyone just
Things got really
fun.
weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Tim went down to his fucking underwears, ran around the house. Josh, he was like the hammock guy, you can see him like sleeping in every hammock we have over here. And
The funniest was I came into the house and like the party moved inside, and then all of a sudden I see Tim standing. He got this full-on like Mayan statue or whatever. Now he's in his underwear and he's standing. The guy's one of our Spanish guys is there taking a picture, and he's just dead serious, like he's holding a straight face. And I'm like, man, I gotta get to bed. Like things are getting weird here. So no, but it was lots of fun. I mean, it was honestly same thing like Simon. I thought we were coming here to do some business, enjoy the weather and stuff, but ended up being a little bit of that, but mostly the other stuff. So it was
The way you gotta do things, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Who wants to go to a nightclub when there's like 2,000 people touching your butt? You don't know what's going on. You know, we looked at it and we said, you know what? Why don't we just bring the nightclub to us? We got this sick pad. So we found a DJ, then we made sure we found the right DJ and said, hey, we've got 12 chicks, how many chicks do you got? He's like, I'm a DJ, I bring as many chicks as you can fit here. And we're like, all right, we need like 10 more, we don't want too many, and we don't want too many people over. And then we ran out the ratios, right? I'm a trader. What's a proper ratio? 100 people, too big of a crowd. 25 people, that's a nice crowd. But now out of 25 people, you don't want 12 dudes and 12 girls, because then it's like the ratios, there's not enough competition. Remember, low float is the key to explosion in stocks. So we tried to lower the float by saying, let's get a max of 7 to 8 guys in one house and 18 to 20 women, and then we'll let the float rotation take over.
And then we had the risk ratio too. We had 2 to 1. We were like 6 guys, 7 guys, and we had like 14 girls, so the risk was okay too. So everything was planned out as it's supposed to.